Welcome to the Apostles' Corner, where we discover truth and we become the living proof. I'm so excited to be back. Man, it took us a minute to get back.
It did.
We've been busy. It's been going and going and going and going and going. Oh, not just every week now. It's just every day. It seems like every second of the day is just
There's
got
always
something
Yeah.
going on. It's like, oh my God. But that's what happens when you live in the multi-dimensional life. And that's what we want to talk about today. This is part 2 of that conversation, living that multi-dimensional life. I just want to talk about today about the challenges of living the multi-dimensional life. It's so many challenges. There are personal, internal challenges. Then there are external challenges that may affect you internally.
Yeah.
There are, I guess, I could go down a list, but I was going to say mental challenges, but that's all internal as well. Emotional challenges.
Yeah.
There's so many challenges of living a multi-dimensional life. Physical challenge. Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. You got to find time to sleep and eat and
exercise.
All the things.
Yeah. That's the one thing I have not gotten a chance to do yet is come home, go outside and just run that mile. I can't do it in the morning because I'm busy trying to do devotional, make my breakfast, get my lunch packed up, making sure that I have my computer and iPad for work, and try to get to work on time so I can have my little zone in. My time, I gotta have it. I gotta have at least that 45 minutes of zone time to do what I need to do. And I'm not interested in running outside in the dark personally. So
it might be fun.
It might be. I'm not
Somewhere
interested. I'm not interested at all. But yeah, there's so many challenges, man. It doesn't even feel like last time we did this, it was actually on my 50th birthday. Mm-hmm. And this is what the multidimensional life is all about. It's about my transitioning into being 50, being the life after 50, life at 50, whatever you might want to call it. Yeah. And it's just, it's a beautiful life. I'm grateful to God for allowing me to be 50. Although I have a lot of compliments that people tell me I don't look 50. I really like that one. I love from my students to staff members to
here we go, guys.
Friends. There's a lot of people that really tell me, "Hey, bro, you don't look 50." I was doing my content creation club this week, and one of the young ladies was at school, and she was like, I said, "I'm 50 years old." She was like, and I had never spoken to her. I still don't remember her name. But at the end of the day, my point is, she was like, "You're kidding me. You don't look 50. I was really grateful. That's probably my favorite part about being 50. Everybody say I don't look 50. So I'm grateful. That means when I get 70, I'm really, you know what I'm saying?
Gosh.
It's really gonna be.
We just skipping 20 years ahead. Slow down.
I'm really gonna be something to deal with. So.
You're already something to deal with.
But I just want to talk about the challenges though, and I've had challenges in the last month. Whatever it's been since I guess it's been a month because today is September 25th. So that was August 21st. So it's been a month and a few days, 4 days. And so I've had a lot of mental challenges, emotional challenges, like you said, physical challenges, even spiritual challenges. I've had spiritual challenges, all kinds, just trying to embrace it.
Yeah.
And embracing, yourself in a new place in your life can be uncomfortable. It is uncomfortable, and really can be even scary.
Yeah,
because you really don't know if you really have what it takes to live out what it is you believe, and so. And
you just have to go for it, because if you think too long and too hard about certain things, then you can talk yourself out of it. Yeah, which a lot of times we've done. Yeah. throughout our lives as we talked ourselves out of things, which is,
are good for us.
Yeah. So
'Cause
sometimes you just have to go for it.
Yeah. I mean, like I think you have to know what's good for you, and then you have to know what's good to do. Mm-hmm. Like, not just know what's good for you, not that it's just trying to satisfy some emotional or mental appetite that you have or some goal. You have to know what to do every day. So every day I get up and I pray and I prepare myself mentally. After journaling, I try to listen to a podcast, that helps me get my mind, focused, saying the right things to myself every day. Because, I'm not going to lie, man, like, I haven't caught up. My feet haven't hit the ground since school started. Like, I've just been rolling, like with school every day, church, home, everything.
You got it pretty good here.
I mean, I do, but I'm saying it still demands, like, having, I still need to fold clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just do. I mean, I don't want to call it my chore, but that's what I do. But I haven't even been able to touch the clothes because, like, I've been coming home and once I crash, I literally crash. And I'm like, is it me? But that kind of draws the attention to the physical part. Right, like, I start being busy without preparing my body to be busy. Yeah. So, like, I'm mentally there, I'm emotionally there, all of that. But I knew that the one thing that was going to work against me was going to be my body. Yeah. And so that the audience don't understand, may not understand everything that goes on with me. Like, I have a hypothyroid situation going on. I have, I did have, I don't know if it still have it, third stage kidney disease. Mm-hmm. I have all kinds of things that really pull high blood pressure. I have all kinds of stuff that pulls the energy right out of my body. And so trying to manage me is a full-time job. It's like, wow, I'm just a big medical case.
You've got a lot going on.
I'm just a big medical case.
Yeah,
and
trying to help you manage it.
Yeah, but I mean,
really, you did start changing your diet now that I have started meal prepping and forcing you to eat things.
Not forcing me. I mean,
it's not a force.
I feel good.
You've been cooperative so far.
It's because, I'm looking forward to getting the clothes that I have purchased and have never been able to wear. and then I'm looking forward to I think I had become addicted to being in pain. Mm-hmm. Like, at least stomach, gut pain, back pain, all of that, just from sodas all the time. Mm-hmm. And then, just Popeye's chicken. But I mean, let's be real.
Let's not make excuses for Popeyes.
But I'm saying I don't eat Popeyes, but like once a week. And that's when I go to Arkansas.
Every week, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that's the only when I go to Arkansas, though. I mean, I just found the Popeyes here in Memphis that I love. Well, but I don't go to it. I haven't been all week.
As quick as you found it.
It's Thursday. No, you don't.
They don't need your business. They've
you
been
never forget. You never
you.
forget a good Popeyes. You never forget a good Popeyes.
I've never been to a good Popeyes.
They don't like you. They don't like you.
I digress.
Anyway, so I knew that was going to be one of my challenges. Because there's no way you can have this great demand. And I'm still finishing my master's degree too. So working on it, So, I mean, like, good Lord, you know what I'm saying? Like, the brain power that I need to live this multi-dimensional life, it's challenging. Because it's like, I don't just get to mind my business. I don't get to mind my business. So a lot of things bombard my mind.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm having to constantly tell myself, don't focus on this, don't focus on that, don't let that get to you.
Yeah.
That's just people acting up, let it go, just
Yeah.
focus on what matters. Keep the main thing the main thing. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, man, mentally, man,
because there's only so much. You only have so much capacity. Yeah. I know people think that they can multitask in their thoughts and do all the things. You only have so much capacity to focus on so much at a time, and if you start focusing on a lot of the unimportant things or the things that don't concern you in a way that you can do anything about them for real, then you lose focus on the things that you should be concerned about because you can do something about them, and that's really what happens. You're not able to focus on everything. When we start trying to focus on a whole bunch of things, something is going to get left behind.
Something's going to get left behind, and eventually you're going to get left behind.
Yeah.
And that's the most dangerous thing in the world.
Because the easier things to focus on are the things that really
that's bothering you, right?
You don't have any control over, and that really don't matter as much in the grand scheme of things. The super important things, the big things, are the things that take a little bit, and I don't know why that is, but take a little bit more intentional focus.
I think we're prone to like feeling like superheroes in our own lives sometimes. And it's like, and then like sometimes like for me, I know I can easily take on burdens that don't have anything to do with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, one of the lessons that I learned when we went to the beach earlier this year was, don't take the leap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That was the big lesson. And that entails so much in that the Lord kind of taught me, a little revelation that I got in the vision, sitting on the balcony on beachside, just watching the waves and just detoxing from life, almost like the water was just sucking the stress out of me, and I began to think clearly. I began to see clearly. And I'm like, man, I've been leaping for people who would never even stand up out of their seat for me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Or for themselves.
Or for themselves.
Because that's what we do a lot of times, is that we run to rescue people who really don't need to be rescued. Because, it's not important enough to them on the front end, but then it's like, oh, it's an emergency, and then we go running to save people from this emergent situation that's really not emergent. It was never emergent, and they didn't care about it enough. And sometimes when you care more about people and their situations and their whatever they have going on than they do, then you take on that. I think that's how you end up taking on that. Oh, I've got to, care about all these things, or fix all these things, or take up all this brain space thinking about ways to manage these things. And it's like, that's not mine to manage. That's yours to manage.
Could that be an insecurity though? Like, could that be an insecurity whereas, we want everybody to like us, so we got to be there for everybody's situation, everybody's problem until we like just completely depleted, because that's what we do. And then 9 times out of 10, who we were there for, not only do their situation suck the life out of us, they end up sucking the life out of us. And then once the life is gone, they act like we never existed. Yeah. They go bother somebody, go enjoy life really with somebody else. And only time they come to us is like it's always got to be something that's problematic. Either they have an issue with you or they have an issue they want to bring to you, and you become that fix-it person for everybody. But then like when you're broken after you fixed everybody, then who fixes you? You know what I'm saying?
I think that's a danger though in becoming the fix-it person, because none of us are. I can't fix you. You can't fix me. I can't fix anybody. We need to spend more time working on ourselves. Because we can't even fix us. So only we can participate in our own repair. With God, because He's the only one that can fix us, because He made us. But we certainly don't have the capacity to fix anybody else. And I think that's where we end up in that cycle. sometimes it can be, insecurity or wanting people to like you or whatever. And sometimes it can just be that savior complex or that it's like I have to it's just another thing that I must accomplish, or I feel like a failure if I'm not able to fix this person. They're not a puzzle that you're putting together or a robot that you're, tinkering around on. They're a person. And so you can't fix them, nor can you fix their problems, their situations, their circumstances.
I like what you just said though. Like, if we just work on ourselves, like that's why I'm at 50. Yeah. Like, I just want to work on myself. Like, that's why I'm not worried about any titles. I'm not worried about position, power, money, none of that. I'm more worried about me being whole within myself. Like, and
that's a big enough job. Like, working on yourself.
And I think sometimes not only are we a little bit insecure in that, I also think the people that we have given ourselves to, they become very afraid that at some point you're going to be whole enough to realize that you don't have to fix everybody's problem.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that includes theirs.
That would be okay.
And that, you get whole enough where you don't need their affirmation or confirmations or celebrations for you to be who you are. And one thing, I'm serious. I'm so confident in myself these days. It's almost scary because it's like, am I being prideful? Am I being whatever? But I think I have not allowed myself to have a healthy view of myself without, feeling as if something was wrong with being happy within yourself. And I think that's where I'm at. As a matter of fact, I know that's where I'm at right now. And I love it because there's no need for attention. There's no need for, other people's affection for me to be filled up. Like, I'm just really, like, as I transform, and learn new information and grow in life, man, I'm just like, I'm realizing so much stuff, man. And one of those things is that other people's opinion of you really don't matter. God will give you a healthy opinion about yourself, or a healthy truth about yourself that really doesn't require, other people's voices for you to really live in that. And so that's where I'm at. And the challenge, like I said, is just trying not to be that fix-it person. Like, I know that I used to be a people pleaser. I actually journaled about that the other day. It's so hard to see what it is and who it is that God's made you, as long as you are living your life to make other people happy. You know what I'm saying? That's people pleasing. People pleasing, making every decision to please somebody, making every move, everything that you do about what people think. Buying an outfit or clothing or getting a new hairdo or anything just to see what somebody's gonna say about it. Right. Like, like whatever it is. And then
when their opinions don't match your expectation, then you're causing yourself a mental and emotional problem.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. And we can live our lives so long. We can live our lives so long. And the biggest thing that I've learned too is, one of the other biggest things, I guess, I learned too so far is understanding that the people who are sometimes the most insecure never want anybody to know that they're really insecure. They just as tough as nails in word, but they really shrink on the inside. And that's what I'm talking about, not shrinking inside. Yeah. Like, because at the end of the day, you can say whatever you want. You can put on a front all you want. At the end of the day, you're going to know what's happening to you inside. And if you're not happy with that person inside, then you need to do some work. That's why I really love when you said everybody need to work on themselves. Why is it so hard for people to focus on themselves. Like I'm not saying be selfish.
It's because it's a lot of work, and focusing on yourself, you have to come face to face with some truths that none of us likes to see the negative sides and negative parts of us. But those are the things that need to be worked on, either the broken parts or, the stinky parts or the bad parts or the ungodly parts sometimes. So nobody wants to see those things, which is why we get defensive when somebody tells us because nobody necessarily likes criticism. People can take criticism. Some people can take criticism, but it doesn't mean that I necessarily just love it. I can accept it, because if that's, if you tell me something about me, I can accept that and I can receive it, but it doesn't mean I'm just jumping for joy and I like it. So then when you have to sit down with yourself and not be distracted by everybody else's issues and everybody else's problems, those are just distractions away from the things that we need to work on within ourselves. Because if we don't work on those things, then trying to walk out and live out a multidimensional life where you have to put energy in all these different places while you are fragmented and worried about everybody else's business, you're not going to be successful.
No, you're not going to be successful.
You're not going to be able to successfully execute that, because then whatever you're doing in those avenues and dimensions, you're going to want that, because of the brokenness that's in you. You're going to want that acceptance. You're going to want people to clap. You're going to want people to feel a certain way about, this avenue and this avenue and this dimension of your life. And if they don't, then you've got to find another distraction to distract yourself away from the broken part of you that is now feeling some type of way. And so it's very important, and because that is one of the challenges I feel of living a multidimensional life, is making sure that your core is solid, that you have a good foundation to stand on, because that's going to be the springboard, that's going to be the launching pad for all those different things that you're doing in your life. If you are crumbling at the core, if your foundation is shaky, then you just have a whole bunch of things. It's a house of cards. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a whole bunch of stuff that is subject to fall, and it's all connected to the person, right? So if there's something in you that you're refusing to address because you are choosing to be distracted by other people's stuff, and people can bring a lot of pettiness that they want you to focus on, but we have the choice to not focus on that.
They want you to focus on. You again, I'm minding my business, and here they come with this. Not anything about it suspect, but who they is could be anybody. I'm just saying,
people
it's just stuff.
Yeah.
It's just stuff. And not even just people that you actually know. Like, you go on TikTok and you hear all this stuff about, the politics, and all this stuff can just come and just bombard your mind. You have to decide, am I going to have peace? It's not avoidance. It's not, I don't want to confront things. But some stuff don't have anything to do with me. I think a lot of times I can't fix it.
We spend our time confronting a lot of stuff that absolutely has nothing to do with us. I know a lot of people don't have the time to work on their own things that they really could be good at, and that they really could be successful at, because they spend their entire day trying to debunk everything that comes across social media. They got to argue with everybody in their comments about something that they put on their page, and it's like, that's their thoughts and their opinions that they put on their page. Who cares? How is it hurting you? How is it affecting you? How is it stopping your check from being deposited in the bank? Is it stopping you from being able to go get in your car and drive down the street and go get you a Sonic drink? Whatever the case may be. Amen.
No, you stopped me from doing that.
Yes.
I think one of the things that helped me to be authentic in this, I wanted this to be personal, and I wanted it to be private. And so I love social media. Anybody can tell you that I love social media. I love social media. And one of the things that really I had to make a really healthy decision to do was to get off of Facebook. Like out of all the social media sites, Facebook is the only one that drained me emotionally for whatever reason. It drains me mentally and emotionally. It's just, I don't know. I hate to say it, but Facebook is kind of ghetto, the ghetto of social media. And at the end of the day, I just, and that's just my opinion. It may not be real for everybody else, but for me, it is. Because we do have the power to block and to ignore and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But who wants to spend all day? I mean, with the mass amount of things that especially that I have an interest in, it's too easy to just get caught up in all kinds of stupidity and craziness all day long. Like, I don't even know how I survived being a Facebooker. Like, because it's so much stuff and it hits you mentally and emotionally and all of that. But one of the main reasons why I got off Facebook is not because of their drama, but because of I didn't want to be tempted to post my process. I didn't want to be tempted to post my. I'm not tempted to do any of that anywhere else, Instagram, TikTok. But if I had a process, man, I would post it on Facebook quickly. And so it's like, plus I just want this to be intimate. I don't
time suck too. Yeah. Like, how can you, because that's one of the challenges of living in multidimensional.
You gotta have your time.
You have to have time.
Yeah.
You have to have time to do all of the things that you really need to be doing and really have a desire to do. But I'm telling you, if you go down a rabbit hole on social media,
it takes so long.
You're losing hours of time that you could have been doing something else that you could have been out there running your mile, that you could have been, in there folding them clothes, that you could have been, rubbing my feet, anything. Yes. But you have to know yourself too, right? Because you were a Facebook just junkie.
I was.
Like, you were a Facebook. But for me, I'll forget I even have the app on my phone. I'll click on there and then I'll forget I'm on Facebook, because as soon as I see an ad with some clothes or some boots or something, I click on that and then I'm shopping and then I forget I was even on social media because I don't want to see half the stuff 90% of the stuff that comes across there anyway, because people, they share. Some people do share good things and positive things. That's wonderful. And I like it, love it, and carry on, congratulations and happy birthdays, all the things. But then the rest of it to me is just people spilling out their process. Yeah. Rather than just going and actually that's being really in their process.
I'm going to snap you up on that. Like we do at school. That's real though. I mean, people are posting their process. And
or getting irritated and posting their irritation with how other people don't accept their process. Don't accept their life or their change or their excitement. You'll be excited for you.
It's your process.
Yeah,
I'm not called to accept, and that's the reason why I didn't want, because I wanted something in my life that didn't require somebody's opinion. I didn't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Even now, I don't want to hear anybody's opinion about it. I don't want to care about what people have to say. I don't want to care who liking it, not liking it. And I don't care for people who just sitting on Facebook just watching me live. Because I don't really post for likes and all of that, even though people think that you do. I'm just being authentically myself. You know what I'm saying? I always have used social media just to post something authentically and something that was real for myself. It was never about the praises of people or who following, who not following, or whatever. I really don't know how we get so caught up in that, as if people owe us a like or a follow or a share. You know what I'm saying?
But it's easy.
It's easy, yeah. It really is easy.
It really is. It really is easy.
It's easy. But I just wanted to have something in my life, at this stage in my life, that was just intimate, that I can work with all day. So my process means something to me. It don't have to mean nothing to anybody else. It doesn't even really have to benefit anybody else, because I'm not doing it for anybody else. This is
real life.
This is me being me for me, for once in my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to impress anybody. I'm not trying to act weird or strange. But I think that I say it all the time, especially for men. I say it all the time, and it may be for people, but I do know for men, and I have some men in my life that I really believe that God did this for, and they missed their opportunity. I feel like God brings us to a place in our lives where he helps us to grow up like even more. We hit like this, kind of like the iOS update. It went from 18.2 or 18.6 all the way to 26 to the point where it literally crashed my iPad. That's a whole revelation in that. It got rid of something that I thought I needed, right? Because it could not handle where the iOS was taking it. Now, my iPad wasn't old, and I think when I just, I had another iPad anyway at the church office, but the problem was I think that I updated the 18, and then I was gonna wait for it to tell me to update the 26 when I really could have scrolled up and just did the 26, and that's probably why I did it.
Yeah,
my point is that sometimes the update is so huge is that it crashes the old person. It like kills the old you. It kills a desire in you to want to be the same person. And I didn't just do this because I turned 15. Again.
15, sir.
Huh?
15.
What'd I say?
15.
50. I mean, I'm tired. 50. My bad. Y'all, I feel 15. That's what it is. I feel 15. No, I don't feel 15. But anyway, but 50. And so but I went through a whole summer process trying to transform my mind and my emotions so that when 50 came, I would enjoy it. I didn't need gifts. I didn't need presents. I didn't need friends. I didn't need family. I didn't need any of that. This birthday was literally for me. I know pivotal moments in my life. And like I was about to say, I believe God give all of us a beautiful opportunity to go from where we are to make a big update in our life or upgrade our lives. And I think God gives us that opportunity. And only the people who really see its value actually make the sacrifices. And they literally take themselves through the process. I think one of the processes is grieving the old.
Yeah.
Grieving the old.
What's been one of the, and I guess in each one of the areas, because you talked about mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical challenges. So at each one of those, what's been something that you've had to grieve in coming from where you were and moving into this new space? So what's something you've had to grieve in an emotional challenge that you've had that has caused you to grieve, mental, spiritual, and then physical?
Grieving excuses. Like, that's one of them.
Having to let those go.
Letting go every excuse in the book. Yeah. Trying to tell myself all the time that, I'm not worth it. And, nobody's going to believe you change. Again, that's that people pleasing side where it's like you want people to know this change is real, but ain't no convincing people, who want to believe something different. So
and
that
having
has
those thoughts before you even make the change.
Yeah, that has never worked for me at all, because people, they have a right, but, and I won't be petty about it, but they have a right to think what they're going to think. But this change is really real. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's probably the most realest thing that I've ever done in my life, because I want it. And I realize and recognize a door and an opportunity that God has given me a chance to grow up and be this man at this age and this stage in my life. It's another growth spurt, and it's a big one. It's not just, I'm going to change, the way I dress. Some people want to change their physical. I want to lose weight. I want to get a new hairstyle. I want to get a new wardrobe. But what good is that if you still think the same? that you always think, and your heart is in bad shape. You know what I'm saying? Like, what good is all of that? You look good, and we can be easily impressed with your physique. We can be impressed with your clothing. We can be impressed with your new hairstyle, but we can't be impressed with the way you think. We can't be impressed. You still the same person in there. Like, there's nothing really changed except for your clothing. There's nothing changed except for your hairstyle. There's nothing changed except for, all these external things. So grieving those excuses, man, like that's been a really tough thing. And I still have to talk myself out of, I tell myself every day, like today I was tired and I knew that I had a big day because I had an eye appointment and I had to leave school early. Then I knew we was going to do this. I almost talked myself out of this podcast just so I could do my thing, which was go to sleep.
Yeah. Because that's definitely your thing.
I literally was about to do it. I was like, hey, shoot, we can do this tomorrow.
No,
but here's the thing. I'm used to putting things
that would have been
off.
The second reschedule of the week.
Yeah, I would have been. Yeah, exactly. So I feel like I'm trying not, and also that's a good thing though, because you get to recognize that I'm not just trying to do stuff just to do it,
right?
But I want to be purposeful when I do it. Mm-hmm. So it's not that I want to just do this podcast because I ain't got nothing better to do, or just on my schedule.
On a schedule,
if it come down to my health and a podcast, I'm gonna take care of my health, right? Because that's the priority above all things. So I'm not trying to be no celebrity. I'm just talking and doing what I do on the podcast. So grieving my excuses is a huge thing. Telling myself every day I could do it, making goals for myself and trying to meet them. All of that, like whether it be professional, trying to meet goals in my ministry, trying to meet goals in my health, trying to meet goals in my marriage, trying to meet goals just personally. Like I gotta, I know I have 90-day goal to finish these books. October's almost here. I was trying to start this back in May. So it's like, come on, bro. You got to get going. You got to get your mind, you got to crank your mind up. You got to keep it going. You can't just crash out when you get home every day. Because if you're not writing in the morning, you're not writing the books in the morning, you got to write them at some point. Yeah. I got a leadership conference I got to write material for. That's in December. That's a couple of months away.
It's coming quickly.
It's coming quickly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I have to write it so that it can, be available and it'll be worth people's time. And I got to do the PowerPoints, all these things. I got to get it ready. So at the end of the day, and then I got to write vision for our church, for the end of the year, just so much I have to get done, but it can be done a little bit at a day at a time, but nothing is going to get done if I keep coming home crashing out.
Yeah. And saying, we're going to tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll start tomorrow.
I'll plan it tomorrow. Because I have it on paper, but I can say that most of the stuff that I put on paper, I'm actually doing every day. I'm proud of it. I am. I'm proud of it. So I'm questioning my excuses.
Yeah. I think, and I'm not 50 yet, but I think just in life in general, a challenge from coming in from one space to another. And like you said, you have all of these goals that you want to accomplish and all these things. I think for me, a challenging thing is accepting and being okay with one of the things not being done today.
Ooh.
And not feeling like a failure because you didn't get every single thing that you had on paper or on your to-do list done. And and not because you made excuses, but because there's only so much time in a day and there's only so much time. Like at some point you have to sleep, you have to eat, you have to exercise, because those are things for me that I have to do. Like once I get into that place of like, okay, that's why I talked to you about, like, you're not just going to feel like going out there and doing the mile. You just got to go do it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I have to do that just to get my energy up instead of waiting on the energy come to go do it. But you have to work into that mindset until you can see, like, oh, this really does work. But then knowing that it's an essential part of what you need in order to have the energy to do all the other things. So there's certain things that you have to fit in your day. You can't just work and, go to work at your job and write your books and do, write your sermons and do this and that. You also have to take care of your temple.
Yep.
You have to take care of your mind. You have to have those moments in the day where you just, everything has to go away. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to talk to anybody. I don't want to listen to anybody.
That's a beautiful place. I didn't think I would love that, but I absolutely adore it.
It's an
literally
essential
adore
place.
it. I'm a kind of a loud person, but at this stage, like I automatically, like, even when I go to my classroom every day, like I'm there, especially if I'm there at 6:45. It's such a quiet place.
Never knew you could love quiet so much.
I didn't know I could love. I didn't know I could love quiet so much.
Yeah.
But I really love it. Like, I do. I love.
It's amazing.
I don't know. I just go to a place. I don't even know how to explain it because I've never been there before. Because I've always just been loud. Everything's been loud for me. So I didn't know that I could love that. But I'm absolutely adoring silence.
Yeah.
Just silence and being with me.
Was that a challenge for you?
I don't even know how it happened, to be honest. I think I was just in silence one day and I realized.
You discovered, oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even trying to be in silence. It's just I didn't want any noise.
Yeah.
It wasn't like, it's not like I did it intentionally.
Yeah.
It just showed up. That thing just showed up and I recognized it one day. And I'm like, I come in this office and I sit down and I'm just.
Yeah.
And it's cool.
I think it's probably because, like, when you start adding more things to your life and you have that pull from you a lot in a lot of different directions, because we're talking about challenges of living a multidimensional life. But I think that's one of the things that you discover is that you have to have that time for you to just defragment, for your, to just soak in your peace, and it becomes more of a valuable thing. Like you said, you just didn't want any noise. You didn't intentionally try to break yourself because you no longer have to try to fill your space with all the noise, because you have so many other things that are happening that are filling up so much of your time. You gotta have that.
But I think for me, like, once I got into that place, one of the things that I discovered was other people's podcasts that benefited me, like Dr. Carolyn Leaf, and then listening to Dr. Carolyn Leaf, then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this lady named Mel Robbins shows up on my YouTube, and I listened to Mel Robbins religiously every single day. Like, I mean, she inspires me. She speaks my language. Matter of fact, I was listening to one this morning where she talked about, like, whose timeline are you on? You know what I'm saying? Like, all these timelines. I got to be married by this age. I got to be successful by this age. And this is what she said. And I didn't even know this because, I don't know how old Mel Robbins is. But she says she started her podcast at age 54. She said she's speaking the language that I'm talking about. At this 50, you start realizing some things. It's like, because I think the name of the podcast was like, "You're Not Too Late," because the challenge in the minds of a 50-year-old, if you really somebody who has a vision for your life and you really don't want to waste your whole life, if you have wasted your life before, the one thing you don't want to do is just like live your entire life useless. So it's like something snaps. And she said it did it for her too.
Yeah.
Because she was a people pleaser. She was this, she was that. And she was just, she was just talking about it. I encourage anybody to go listen to her because she's such a wonderful encouragement, and she speaks the stuff that's already just kind of in your head, but you can't put it together. Mm-hmm. She's that person for me. She puts the things that I think I'm trying to think. Mm-hmm. She put it together for me in a message, and so she's like, "Whose time clock are you on? Who says this?" My husband, he just started going, getting his master's and all of this, and here I am. Going around telling other people who in ministry, oh man, I'm late, man. I'm late, Yeah. And it's like, what makes you late? Yeah. Who says that you're late? Yeah. Who says that you don't have what it takes? Who says that you're washed up? Who says that it's over for you? Yeah. Who says that? Like this, what she said this morning, she said, it is the best time of your life to take risks and to try things and to chill and be your best self at this age.
Why not?
And when she said it, I felt every one of those words. This is the best freaking time in my life.
Yeah. What do you have to lose?
That's why I feel like that. Yeah. And it's also why I don't feel like I need people. I don't want to say people, but I guess it has to be people, because if not, then the word permission wouldn't make sense. So for me, I just don't have to have permission to be myself. Mm-hmm. I'm good with me. I made my mistakes in my past. I've failed and I've done crazy stuff, and I've been young and I've been dumb and I've done all of that. But that's what I was. It doesn't define who I am. Matter of fact, it may have actually made me who I am, and which means that I can appreciate my life at this age and this stage in my life and make some better decisions, make some valuable decisions, make some lucrative decisions, make some decisions that will take our lives to the next level, or take my life to the next level as an individual. So you will know that you marry somebody who is purposeful and full of destiny and full of the call of God on his life. And that's whatever realm that I'm functioning in, not just church. That's why I love it. It's multidimensional. It's not just church. There's a big life out here that God gave us to live, and I'm going to live it, every single bit of it. And I have to coach myself every day, even when I feel like laying in the bed. Like my coach at work, she was like, "You haven't taken off work yet?" No, I'm not taking off work. I don't want to take off work, because if I take off work, I feel like I'm going to lose momentum. I'm ahead. I'm a week ahead more than some people. And so, but I worked hard to get to that place. I nearly wore myself out over the last 4 or 5 weeks just to get to that place. I don't want my momentum to slow down because I just need an off day. I don't want that. I got plenty of off days coming up that's on schedule where I don't have to use my time to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to get paid for all them days. For all them days, right? So at the end of the day, I might as well wait and just keep working and keep trying to have more energy every day by, one, the words that I say to myself, by two, depending on God, and three, just not making any excuses based on the way I feel or what I'm thinking at the time or the pressure that's on me at the time, whatever. I'm just not willing to let myself down because I just don't feel like it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I literally jump out of bed every day tired. And it's like, oh my God. And I'm just, it's a good tired, but it's like, good Lord, I need a break. You know what I'm saying? But you got to keep going. Yeah. You can't stop because you're tired.
Yeah, and it's a transition because you're not accustomed to doing all of the things that you now do. And so there's that transitional period where you have to get adjusted, where your body has to get adjusted, your mind has to get adjusted, because mental tired, and emotional tired. and physical tired are all different in their own and valid in their own right. But when you put all that together, because you're making changes that affect you in all of those areas, then it can be a big adjustment, and it just makes you, sometimes come home and crash.
Another thing that I think that that probably I'm grieving over are relationships that I can't be what I was for them. I think I've been good to a lot of people that wasn't good for me. I think I was good for a whole lot of people that wasn't good for me. And I mean by that, like up close and personal, like really intimate with people that really wasn't good. And being the extrovert that I am, or ambivert, I think that's what I am, because I love people, but then I get tired of people quick. You know what I'm saying? I end up wanting to be by myself. It's just weird. I got a weird.
I don't know what you are, honestly.
I don't know what I am either. Maybe I have a multi-dimensional personality. That might not be good. I don't really know.
Well,
but no, I mean, I grieve over relationships that I love, people that I love dearly, but I had to accept that who they are doesn't work with who I am. And that I've lowered my standard to have them in my life. And so at this point in my life, and that's probably one of the hardest ones, because you see people and you love people, and you want people to be good for you because you know how good you can be for them. But if it's not working, you have to accept who people choose to be. You can't change them. And honestly, it's just not a good idea to try.
No.
What if they don't have the capacity to be for them? Because now you're asking them to be fake.
Yeah.
And just because it don't work for you don't mean that's not their real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It just doesn't.
It just don't work
click.
for you.
Yeah.
Just because it doesn't work for you doesn't mean it's not their real. Let them be their real, and understand it just doesn't work for you. So I've had to just decide. I didn't go around. So I'm breaking up with you. You ain't my friend
no more.
Checklist. Yeah. All right. I got you. I like Martin did at the reunion on the TV show.
You're right.
You used to comment. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you just, that's probably the hardest thing, because you're not it's not like I had a wrong relationship with them, but you can actually, it feels like a breakup. It feels like a romantic breakup, because it's because you were intimate, you're close.
It's just a heart. It's a heart.
Yeah,
thing,
And so it's people that don't even
something different,
and they don't even. And the ones that I'm having to break up with, in a sense, like that, are people that don't even realize just how much I loved and admired them. I think that's the saddest part, that I never was able to get that across to them, that I really loved and admired them, and I trusted them, and I wanted to trust them even when I didn't think I could. Because I'll give a joker a chance all day long until it breaks me all the way down.
Sometimes you just have to accept that, whoever people are, and maybe that what we see sometimes is the potential, because we see glimpses of, where you're that part, but then it's but that part of you just keeps showing up. And we all have something that shows up that we don't necessarily, it's not our best
and it don't work
self.
for other people.
And absolutely. And
I know my passion don't work for other people, because people think that I'm mean or too much when the things that I'm passionate about. Because when I get in work mode, I don't want to say be bossy, but I can be come on, let's get it done. Let's get it done with excellence. Let's do it right consistently. You know what I'm saying? Let's keep showing up the right way. Let's be on time. Let's be prompt. Let's be energetic. Let's be enthusiastic. We just live in the generation, apparently, obviously, unless there's something wrong with me, which why I have to separate myself, because everybody don't possess the same enthusiasm that I have. I have a natural enthusiasm about anything I know that God gave me. I just do. I have a natural enthusiasm. Nobody has to pump me up to get me ready. No, because God gave it to me. That's what gives me enthusiasm. Yeah. Because God blessed me with it. It gives me enthusiasm. I can do it for 40 years and still be excited about it, because just like this podcast, I am excited about it. Some things we're going to do together. There are going to be some podcasts I'm going to write out, and it's going to be a message that I'm going to give to people, and it's going to be just as powerful as the conversation we're having. Why? Because I got something. Yeah. And I know that I have something, and I don't have to explain that. I just be that, and I do that because it's in me to do. Again, there goes that permission thing that keep coming back to my mind. I don't need permission. I already have it. I've been gifted. My hands are gifted. Like that movie they made of, who's that doctor that called Gifted Hands? The doctor that, Ben Carson, I think. So gifted hands. So I have what it takes. I know. And then that I do not have, I have support systems around me of people that can help me to do it in an excellent way. I'm not looking for anything. Everything I ever needed, the Lord has provided. And that's legit. He has literally given it to me, either through the gifts that I have or through the gifts that you have, Kiana have, or people in my life that really on my team, they have it. And this is something that I know that some people wish and only dream about having. And here it is, mine. So the one thing I don't want to do is waste my life when God has given me all of this. And I don't want to play around with the wrong people who leave me uninspired. Mm. And the people that I was hanging around was literally uninspiring me. When, I love music. When we first got married, all I did was listen to music all of the time. And now I barely listen to music. I barely even sing a song. And the other day I was driving around a car. Matter of fact, it even happened to me today when I left my eye doctor. God was just like, don't let people steal your song. Mm. Don't let people stop you from singing. Don't let people steal your song. People can be so nasty towards you and so mean towards you, and you can go through something so long that you'll stop singing. Mm-hmm. And I didn't never think that was a thing, because I love to sing. Yeah. Do you know, as much as I love to sing, I can't hardly think of songs anymore. Like, I literally cannot think of songs anymore. I've been through that much because I've been close to all the wrong people. Yeah, I can't think of a song. I struggle with singing to myself or even finding a song that I would like to hear.
That's crazy. I didn't ever think that would be a thing.
That is a thing for me right now.
You were just always full of songs.
That is a thing for me right now. I have been through so much that I literally hardly cannot find a song. And when you cannot find a song, you're
yeah. But that's what,
you're in a bad place.
That's the beautiful part about it, though, is that once you learn, like, okay, I don't have to live my life in this space, or I don't have to just, there's nobody that I just have to be in relationship with, even though you may really, really want to be. If it is harmful to you, if it is crushing you, if it is causing you to not be able to be you, then yes, you may have to put those boundaries there, or you may have to separate altogether from those relationships. And you have to grieve, of course, those things. But it doesn't take away the opportunity for you to, like, anything that you feel like you've lost, like you said, lost your song. It doesn't, you have the opportunity going forward, as long as you got, breath in your body, and God has given you the faculties of your mind and all of the things, you have the ability to take those things back for yourself that you have laid down. Because really, we lay those things down. People cannot take something from us without us giving them the permission to have it. Like, you can't take my energy from me. I got to give my energy up to you, So you laid your song down so you can go back and pick it up.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's what I'm trying to do, man. Like, you know, just become intimate again. Trials and tribulations in life can harden you. Like it really can. It can do a number on you. It can harden you. It can, you know, being around the wrong people can. I tell people this all the time. Being around the wrong people can really toughen you up in all the wrong places. Like really, like you can adjust.
Yeah.
To the point where when you hurt, you won't even cry. Like you, when somebody ball their fists up and punch you emotionally, it's like you won't even cry. Like you hard.
Yeah.
But you hard in all the wrong places. You know what I'm saying? And when you get used to being in pain, you know, it can really do something to your heart. Mm-hmm. It can do something to your soul. And mostly it can do something to your mind. And when you start thinking that pain is the only way of life, like, man, you lost your entire purpose for being on this earth. When you think that, you know, worrying about what people think of you and when that becomes a way of life, you lost it all. You have. I lost it all, but I feel like I'm regaining it back one day at a time. And that's another challenge of the multidimensional life. Because every now and then I have these moments where it's like, wow, I've had to let that many people go at one time in my life.
And sometimes it seems like a lot of people, because you have spent, sometimes we go gathering when we have holes in us and things that we need to fill. We go gather up a bunch of people to try to fill those spaces. And that's why it seems like a lot of people that you have to let go. And it's not necessarily because, oh my God, I'm cutting everybody out of my life that should have been there. It's just, you had an abundance of people that should not have been in certain spaces to begin with.
Because the Bible talks about prefer one another. I always, I've been done this before. I've always felt like somebody was better than me. I always felt like other people were better than me. Yeah. I always felt like, because I was a person of preference. You know, my best friend Kirk, who's gone on to be with the Lord, you know, that was the thing. He didn't think he had nothing better than me, and I didn't think I had anything better than him. We both admired each other's gifts. We admired each other's talent. We admired each other's, and we pushed the other one always. That was the way we lived. We pushed each other, you know, and so you just don't find people like that no more.
I was gonna say,
I exist.
Miss, like the person that
he was to me. Like he was the person that, you know, I don't understand this world of competition. I've never understood that. It doesn't make sense.
I could truly say, like, I know this, I'm going on a side, but I could truly say I never saw that with him. 'Cause, like, from the time that I met him, like, I never saw that with him concerning you. Even when he was going through things in his life, like, I never saw that in him. And that is very rare.
It's very rare.
It is very rare.
It's very rare. But that's because, like, God was the center of our friendship. One,
he was a true brother,
and he was a true brother. And we prayed together, we worshiped together, and I think that's another thing that you know I may be grieving is the people that at this stage in my life I could celebrate with. A lot of them are dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them are going on. So, like, it, you know. You know, I just thought about Kirk just sitting here, you know, just thinking about that. And it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? That would have been a person that would have tried to make my 50th birthday big. Yeah. Like, he would have been like, oh, you got to do something, man. Come on, man. You know, you got to do something. Come on, let's do something. You know, and, you know, whatever the case may be. And, you know, be like, doggone it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would have been that dude, you know, that would have been like, man, we're going to make something happen, man. We're going to celebrate you. We're going to honor you. His big thing was always, I want to honor you. I want to honor you. And I want to be honorable to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the way I was with him. And like, we was just like the glue for each other.
Yeah.
And at the same time, we never tried to outshine each other. We literally worked together. And no matter how much distance there was placed between me and Kirk, when we came back together, man, it was always like, no time had ever passed, and we could be in sync, know what each other thinking, finish each other's sentences. We was just like that.
Yeah.
And so
I don't say this about many people, but he was a real one for sure.
yeah, he was definitely a real one for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was definitely a real one.
I think probably one of the challenges too of living a multidimensional life, based on what you were just talking about, is even though you've had to separate from some people and you're, having to grieve some relationships, is finding the space to mentally and emotionally and just time-wise to embrace the new relationships and people that God is putting in your life who can very much be that to you as well. And then not discounting or being too afraid because of past experiences to embrace those new relationships, because I know there are some people in the last few years that God has brought into your life, that you're building those type of connections and relationships with. And so sometimes I feel like that can be challenging because you're grieving, like there's nobody like Kirk. There's not going to be anybody like Kirk. But there are other people that God can bring into your life that are like Kirk in their own right. Yeah. But they won't ever replace him. Yeah. But they will be,
I think one of my friends actually remind me of him, and that's Ryan.
Ryan. I knew you were going to say that.
Ryan reminds me of Kirk because we joke together like that, or we can get ignorant, or we can talk about the things of God. Yeah. Like when me and Ryan talks on the phone, it's like me reliving my relationship with Kirk. Yeah.
It's that kindred spirit. That's a true brother.
And I have my boy John too. John is like that. It's just that, John is a different person with a different personality. It doesn't make him less in my life. It's just that Ryan actually reminds me of Kirk. Yeah. Because they both like Martin. They both, you know what I'm saying? They like quote all of these movies and stuff. Yeah. And Ryan does that. And he's just, oh my God. He's just so hilarious. And so
that's the beautiful thing about the challenges, is because it brings another side to it too, because you can have the optimism even in the midst of the challenges for the new things and the fresh things that God is bringing. Yeah. Despite the challenges of,
I think I had to make space because I had to cut things off before anything new took place. So like all the new things are new and exciting and beautiful things that's happening in my life right now. All the new people that God is bringing in my life right now, it's a joy to be in that position. But I think I can embrace it because I don't feel like I have to, these my new people, y'all ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like some people do. They have to make sure that they know.
It's like, just let God add to your life.
I'm just letting God add to my life.
Without all that drama.
Yeah, without all that drama. I don't think you have to be, petty if God is actually doing something in your life. And too many people swear that God is doing something in their life, but they play the petty role. And it's like, how can this be God when you feel like you got to go and offend somebody just for you to enjoy it? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense to me. But I'm enjoying,
not at this big age.
I'm enjoying my life without all of the fanfare, but just living in authentic relationship with people. I'm just blessed, to be meeting the people that I'm meeting. And I think it's because I trusted God to grieve over relationships that were not meant for me or not good for me. Yeah. And so I just had to do it. And so like I'm not looking or seeking for anything. I'm just enjoying the life. And I'm really, every day I'm trying to get better and better and better. And I'll add to this before we end, and that is not only do I grieve the relationships, but I grieve their grief. I can feel that they know this dude, this is not a temporary change. Like, because I think people realize now that I really did love them, and I do love them, because I'm still cordial with people, still cordial with them.
Yeah.
But you're not intimate with me.
Yeah.
And because I can't trust you. You are who you are. You're not safe for me.
Yeah.
I was safe for you.
Yeah.
You're not safe for me. And so since you're not safe for me, I can't be intimate with you. You know what I'm saying? So I can love you, I can be cordial, but I feel their grief. I feel their discomfort. They don't really know how to say anything to me right now. And that's cool. I don't want them to fake.
Yeah.
I don't. I want them to feel everything that they got to feel, because it's going to be healthy for them. Because I've had to feel everything I had to feel, and look at me, I'm better for it. So they got to feel that, because they're not going to know. They're going to think that the old Brian is coming back at some point, and he's not. That guy is gone. I don't want him to come back. I don't want him to come back. He was passive in areas where he should have been aggressive. He was, he was willing to do any and everything just to prove that he was a good person, instead of just being, because some people don't want to see the good in you.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to see it, you can go climb Mount Everest for them and go get a pot of gold rather. It won't change the way they view you, no matter how much gold you give them. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Oh, he didn't take this for himself. He gave it to me. He's still a sucker. You know what I'm saying? They don't,
100%.
They won't care, So, I think I got the message from everybody I needed to get it from, in order to let go the way I need to let go, so I can live my life and embrace the things that are for me. And so, like, I'm just happy. Like I said, I'm meeting new people. I'm meeting a new me, and I'm meeting a new me every day.
Yeah.
I'm learning something special about myself every single day. And that's even good, bad, and ugly. Like the Lord, in prayer and journaling, I really do learn a lot about me in those moments. Like the Lord really is able to challenge me, and show me the things, and then I accept it. And the reason why I accept it, because, listen, I mean, who else talking to me? You know what I'm saying? Who else helping me? I can't even hardly find a mentor, whether it be in ministry or life. I can't hardly find one. So I'm just using books. I'm using podcasts. I'm using prayer. I'm using the Word of God. I'm using other books, materials, and all of that, so that I can work on me every day. And I'm having, I hope, healthy conversations with you, about myself. I'm letting you know the things that I'm becoming aware of concerning myself, so that I can be productive and I can be accountable in those areas. Because I don't want to be suckered, and I don't want to be a sucker no more. Life is short, man. And it's too much going on in the world to be stressed out and tripping about things or people all the time. And certainly it's too short to just walk around unsure of yourself, insecure in yourself, and just feeling like you're trash because other people think so. I'm going to tell you this, though. This is a really good thing. This is a really good thing. I really think this is important. And I was thinking about something the other day. I was praying, and I thought about the word rejection. And I thought about the feelings and all that. I was dealing with rejection that day. For some reason, I was dealing with it emotionally. I was dealing with it mentally. And, when I started feeling rejected, I started asking myself a lot of questions. Most of those questions, really stimulate from this one question, why? And then so I started asking myself a bunch of questions. And then, and so this one was mostly about, my family and church, and I said, Lord, why do people reject me. I said, I was raised in the church all of my life. I'm a PK and I'm a preacher now. I'm a scholar as it relates to, someone who has going to school and have gone to school, graduated with my bachelor's degree in divinity. I'm one of the only ones that I know in the area where the denomination that I went in that actually even got a piece of paper from a university, a large university at that. Mm-hmm. And so I said, why am I the one that everybody try to act like I'm just nothing? And then the Lord told me, he said, their rejection doesn't mean that there's something wrong with you. In other words, their rejection shouldn't make you feel like you a demon or demonized, mm-hmm. Or whatever. And he's like, people will reject what they don't understand or don't want to accept.
Right. Yeah.
Don't want to accept. People, it's crazy how people will reject the good in you and talk about all day long the bad in you, right? Mm-hmm. And the crazy part about it, they don't even see you have humbled yourself to a process of becoming a person that you have never been before, but who God really made you to be. Mm-hmm. And so, again, living a multidimensional life, it's pulling some, it's making some demands. It's making some demands, and those demands are private. Those demands are daily, and it's not always the same demand. Yeah. I wake up every day with something new on my mind to work on. I wake up every day with something new on my mind to focus on and to do.
Yeah. It's an evolution.
It really is, man. I really can't wait to see what God's going to do in my life. Yeah. At this stage. I really, really, really cannot wait.
So what's next? What's next? What do you have coming up for the Apostles' Corner?
Oh, the Apostles' Corner, man. I don't know. I have a lot on my mind that I want to share. I want to talk about, setting priorities, goals. I do want to share my physical journey, with people, and hopefully I'll understand what the physical exercise is doing. It's already helping me in my body, the actual food part, the nutrition part. Mm-hmm. But I just want to help people discover their true selves, like in whatever subject that I have. Hopefully it will be able to inspire somebody to say, you know what, I'm going to break free from those things that enslave me too.
Right, yeah.
I'm going to break free from people pleasing. I'm going to break free from people's opinion of me. I'm going to break free from rejection. Because you really cannot ask permission to do this. Right. You can't wait. You can't even wait for what you might call the right time. Yeah. It's never coming. It's never coming. You can't. You also, when it comes to letting go of people, you can't be worried about how they're gonna respond. Yeah. Or react.
So are you gonna take Apostles' Corner on the road?
I am gonna take Apostles' Corner on the road. There are some people I want to interview. I want to interview one of my old pastors. I want to talk about worship. One of my big things in my life is serious, intimate worship. Mm-hmm. And I think that's missing from the body of Christ these days. We got a lot of performers. I'm not sure we have a lot of worshipers. And I don't know anybody that could talk about worship like Bishop Ronald Bailey. I haven't even asked him, but I'm pretty sure he'll say, yeah, he ain't doing nothing. he retired if he's not in Jamaica somewhere.
I was going to say, he's probably if he's not traveling the world.
Traveling, he'll do it. So I'll talk to him.
Maybe we can meet him in Jamaica. Okay, well, anyways, guess we won't be doing that.
I want to interview Miss K, who I work with, who we went to see act. She has a wonderful story academically.
She did amazing in the play.
Yeah, she did
a great
very
job.
good. I want to interview some very amazing people. I still want to interview my friend, Dr. Reginald Taylor, who is one of the top theologians that I've ever met in my life. I think that we're about the same age, and he's so far. He's phenomenal. He's so far above me in the sense of knowledge and academics and all of that. He's just an amazing.
He's on his timeline.
He's on his timeline. He's just an amazing guy. Had a wonderful testimony too.
Yeah.
So it's just people that I want to talk to, bring to the stage that I know that has a real story and really don't mind sharing it. I really think that's what's missing today.
Yeah.
I don't think people don't. I mean, we can Facebook and talk and text and all that, but people don't really like tell their story no more. It's like, how do we expect to help people if we don't have a story? Maybe we don't have a story because we're not allowing ourselves to be processed. I mean, that's just a question. But I'm assuming that that's what we're struggling with today, is because God can't actually transform us, then we don't have a transformation story.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I'm gonna talk to people who are influencers in the earth, people who are actually doing something. There's so many people that I want to talk to. Just here in Memphis alone that I'm learning about, that I know about, that I feel like that will be beneficial to people who are also living that multi-dimensional life. Miss K is definitely living that multi-dimensional life. That lady is incredible. She is one of the most inspiring people that I know, that I see every day. You know what I'm saying? Cool. She is really sweet. But it's a lot of good stuff coming. It's a lot of great stuff coming. It's gonna be fun.
Forward to it.
You know, there's some things that I got on my plate to bring. Like I said, some gonna be with me and you. Some's gonna be with other people, and then some just gonna be me. Sometimes just gonna sit down in the office / studio.
Go for it.
and rock it out and just give some people some healthy things. Some things I'm going to do by, just putting a couple of clips out there, just some inspirational stuff. It may not always be the Apostles' Corner, but I have other, again, multidimensional.
Still you.
Yeah, still me. So, but I'll let everybody know. But anyway, so go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes. You can also subscribe to all audio digital platforms at the Apostles' Corner. I have really enjoyed talking to my wife tonight, Dr. Kimberly, who is my co-host. I keep forgetting to say my name, like every time.
Yeah, we skipped it in the beginning.
It's
okay.
I'm your host.
You got right to it.
It's all right. They know who I am.
We know who you are.
So anyway, it's probably nap time. I'm ready to go to sleep. Okay. And so, hey, I just want to come on and share tonight. Thank you for being on here tonight. Thank you for sharing your wisdom as always. And we will be back, or I will be back, or somebody will be back. Yeah, at some point in time. All right. Peace and love. Go ahead and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.